My name is Omotayo Kiyomi, and thank you so much for being an amazing audience. It's been very seamless interacting with you in the last 2 days, and I believe that today would not be an exception. You would cooperate with me like you did on day 1 and day 2. Thank you so much. Now we'll talk of sustainable manufacturing. So it would be nice to hear how different the experience is from each of these financial institutions. You know, sell yourself to us. What makes you different from the other banks? Or maybe the case or the story is not as they paint it. Maybe your bank has an offer that manufacturers are not aware of. Enhancing value addition through innovation in raw material sourcing. For those who were here day 1 and day 2, they can attest to the fact that this has indeed been a valuable gathering. In fact, I recall that one of the panelists, particularly from the BDNA, I said this expo provided him an opportunity that felt like he was back in school because he had a lot of jottings to do, and the conversation entirely was something worthwhile. So I'd like for us to also key into this and take advantage of the valuable information that we have in store from this session. And most importantly, the people who will be coming around to speak, the wealth of knowledge and experience. This is something that people pay to, this information is something that people pay, you know, to get, but now you're getting it free of charge. It's important that we make good use of all the knowledge and all the information that we're getting today. And of course, as we start, I'd like for us to maximize the empty seats in our front. If you're seated at the back, please kindly move forward. We would like for us to have a closely knitted room so that everyone can be seen at a glance. Thank you so much as you oblige by moving forward. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate the gesture. Thank you so much. We'll be starting in the next few minutes. I'd just also like, for those who are still on the floor, we'll have time to tour the exhibition area, network and interact properly, but we just really need to keep the session started, and so that when we start early, we're able to wrap up the entire event in good time. I must say that this is a very good place to be, and all that she left behind to be a part of this event is certainly going to thank you, for being here, and we're going to get value for our time being here, and ultimately have knowledge, have information that will translate us into better businessmen, better manufacturers, and better researchers, depending on the case. So let's settle down, let's sit in. By the way, my name is Omotayo Kiyomi, and thank you so much for being an amazing audience. It's been very seamless interacting with you in the last 2 days, and I believe that today would not be an exception. You would cooperate with me like you did on day 1 and day 2. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, folks. It's always an honor doing this with you. So just to give you an idea of what happened day 1, because the DJ will be coming to give a summary of the experience we had yesterday. But for day 1, for those who were not here, we looked at sustainable manufacturing through, that's the theme of course, and it marked a milestone in Nigeria's drive towards industrial self-reliance and sustainable growth. And the opening ceremony attracted government dignitaries, policymakers, manufacturers, development partners, and captains of industry. And the Honorable Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Chief Geoffrey Uchennaji, representing the President, declared the expo open in the company of the Lagos State Government The governor of Lagos State was actually represented by the Commissioner for Cooperatives, that's Mrs. Folashade Bada Ambrose. Then we have leadership of MAN and RMRDC and other key stakeholders. The president of MAN, Otumba Francis Meshe OFR, called on manufacturing sector to embrace smart factory protocols, integrate AI and IoT, and implement waste reduction strategies to achieve global competitiveness. And the DG RMRDC actually described the expo as a strategic catalyst for triggering Nigeria's fourth industrial revolution. He called on a 30% value addition mandate for raw material exports and introduced fiscal incentives to reward manufacturing through the use of local inputs. Now, on the day one, the keynote address was delivered by Dr. Ayotunde Koka, CEO of Open Access Data Centers, and he outlined a value proposition framework for sustainable manufacturing based on three pillars, which is digitization, circular economy, and energy and power. He also emphasized the need for tech-enabled efficiency, cloud-based infrastructure, AI-powered supply chains, and the development of captive energy solutions using hydro and gas. It also challenged manufacturers to adopt automation, smart data systems, and circular processes to drive both profitability and sustainability. Of course, we also had the Lagos State government address us on salient issues that had to do with the state. We also had someone speak from Naseni. We had a panel session, beautiful panel session. The agenda will give you further details on the amazing things that we shared. And of course, the DG man was here to close the ceremony, thanking all the stakeholders and encouraging manufacturers to turn challenges into opportunities and make Nigeria's manufacturing globally relevant through innovation, sustainability, and collaboration. In fact, the one was actually amazing, and we equally had a great time yesterday, but DJ will give further details about it too. But once again, we'd like to say welcome and thank you for being a part of this event. We sincerely appreciate you, and we say thank you for being a part. I'd just like to invite the DG of MAN, Sheikh Madai Kadri, to kindly please occupy the seat in front. Please let's put our hands together for him. Director General Sheikh Madai Kadri, MNI. You're very much welcome, sir. The DG of RMRDC, who has been with us day one and day two, is unavoidably absent today, but we value his engagement from the very beginning of this program. Then we have our speaker, our session speaker is here, the Managing Director, Knocklin Ventures Nigeria Limited, Frank Oyebu. And this time it's also good to acknowledge founder and chairman, Bindle Knowledge Center, BKC, Professor Umar Buba Bindle. He was here day one. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, would you kindly come sit in front? Professor, please, let's have you sit in front. Thank you so much for staying the course. We sincerely appreciate it. You want to acknowledge people on the side. The president of MAN just stepped in, Otumba Francis Meshe OFR. Please let's put our hands together for him as he comes forward to sit. Thank you so much, President. We sincerely appreciate you. All right, in that case, we still see some people seated at the back. Please, can we still move forward? We want it easier for our speakers to engage with you. So if there's an empty seat in front of you, kindly fill it. All right, it's 10:30 my time, and this is a good time to seal. So let's kindly be on our feet as we observe the national anthem to officially start the three. So we move very quickly to the business of the day, and that is the first session for today and the fifth session so far since we started from day one. The sub-team is advocating consistent government policies and regulatory framework in driving manufacturing growth. So at first I'd like to invite the session speaker, after which the moderator and members of the panel. So the session speaker to speak on this sub-theme is the Managing Director of Knocklin Ventures Nigeria Limited, Let's put our hands together for Engineer Frank Oyebo as he comes forward. A round of applause for him. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. So you sit for a while, then you come up to mount the rostrum when others are seated. The moderator for this session, after the session speaker has delivered his presentation, you can have your seat, sir, for now. After the session speaker has delivered his presentation, is the Director, African Industries Group, Alhaji Ahmed A. Abdulkadri, who is here represented by Alhaji Shehu Usman Abdulkadri. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you so much and welcome. And to the panelists for this session, I'd like to invite the Director General, Standards Organization of Nigeria, is here represented by an Assistant Director. Please let's put your hands together for Mr. Oyewopo Abdulrazak. You're very much welcome, Mr. Abdulrazak. We're happy to have you. And then the Director General, Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, Mr. Tunji Bello, is represented by the Director of Corporate Affairs, Mr. Ondaje Ejagu is online. Could you bring the representative online? You're very much welcome, sir, and thank you so much for being a part of this discuss, Mr. Ondaje Ejagu. And to the next panelist, we have the Director Planning, Statistics and Policy Development Department, RMRDC. Please let's put our hands together for Mrs. Rachel Kotso. A round of applause for her. Thank you. And so I'd like to also invite the Director General's NAFDAC, National Agency for Food and Drugs and Administration Control, NAFDAC. If our representative is here from NAFDAC. NAFDAC, all right, I guess we will just move on with those who are present. So to deliver the session paper that everyone on this panel will discuss, once again, let's put our hands together for Engineer Frank Oyebo. You're welcome, sir.
Please put your hands together for Mrs. Omotayo Okewumi. She's going to be moderating this session.
It's a very interesting one, one that a lot of manufacturers would be very keen to listen on, especially when it comes to funding. It's interesting how a lot of banks or financial institutions will come with nice offers and how interesting their bank supports businesses, manufacturing. But in the real sense, when manufacturers go to approach these banks or funds, the stories always change. And we've had that feedback always and always, again and again. So particularly this speaks to sustainable manufacturing, assessing funding opportunities for sustainable manufacturing. First is that they are not even assessing the funds that they need. Now we talk of sustainable manufacturing. So it would be nice to hear how different the experience is from each of these financial institutions. You know, sell yourself to us. What makes you different from the other banks? Or maybe the case or the story is not as they paint it. Maybe your bank has an offer that manufacturers are not aware of. So I'll start with you on my immediate left. Tell us what your financial institution offers and what makes it a lot more better than other banks. Thank you.
Thank you, moderator. Good morning, distinguished leaders and conference participants, and of course my colleagues on this distinguished panel. Our approach is very unique in the market. Our approach comes from a very robust understanding of the needs of the manufacturing ecosystem. Our approach from an innovation standpoint considers the industrial ecosystem, the manufacturing ecosystem, to be a value chain where you have input providers enabling the manufacturer to conduct its business, and then you have output distributors who take the finished product or semi-finished products to the market. Our financial offerings offer liquidity solutions that support input providers.
Thank you so much, sir. So next we move to Zenith Bank, and I'd like Mr. Wakil Lapewabalomo to share the Zenith story on accessing funding by manufacturers.
Okay, thank you very much. I would also seek your indulgence to roll along the established protocol. Good morning, everyone. From Zenith Bank, our story is a little bit different from Zenith Bank. We are a deposit money bank that has grown with your support and are still growing. This is one of the first banks that have been able to achieve the capital raise declaration by the CBN. We are currently over a 4 trillion naira shareholders fund as we sit, and we have consistently grown our risk asset advancement to the manufacturing sector, and will continue to do so.
Thank you so much. Before I let you go also, I'd like to know how you have solved a peculiar manufacturer's feedback when it comes to getting funding from Zenith Bank. Because maybe the complaint might not be directly for Zenith Bank, but there's always a complaint about double interest, and it makes it very unrealistic. And I like what Zenith Bank said, that the margin for a typical manufacturer is not as wide as an importer or a business person. So how have you managed feedback from your manufacturing customers on how to make these funds even easy for them to as a payment? Yeah.
Okay, for us as Zenith Bank, we don't only act as your financial service provider. We also consult with you and advise. A lot of persons don't actually know what they want, or they might just misplace those things. A manufacturer who needs a short-term finance asking for a 10 loan is going to bear a lot of cost. Because 10 loan means you're holding my money for over a year or a year. Short-term finance is just for the period in which my money is out for. So I will tell you what I think you need.
All right, thank you so much. And it would be nice to hear from Raphael Osakwe. What's the FFS Frontier Services Limited story and input to all of us?
Thank you. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, fellow panelists, and my esteemed participants. You will also permit me to stand on the existing protocol. It's an honor to be part of this crucial discussion on funding opportunities for sustainable manufacturing in Nigeria. Like you already know, my name is Raphael Osakwe, and I'm representing FFS Financial Services Limited. We are a financial institution with strong focus on bridging the funding gap for manufacturers through innovative solutions. Niche for us is purchase order financing, LPO financing, and invoice discounting. The idea is to help manufacturers surmount the key challenges that they face in their cash flow management, which includes liquidity constraints, collateral requirements, high interest rates, and delayed payments.
Minutes to wrap up this session, but it would be nice to hear from those who actually require the services of this financial institution, or are there experiences you have that you clearly do not agree or completely agree to what they are saying? It would be nice for you to air those views so that they can take that feedback. This closing ceremony would not last for so long, but we would need you to be available so that we can issue your certificate, and then we take the final remark and we call it a day. Dear members or dear participants, exhibitors, wherever you are, please let's have you in the hall. We're going to close the program formally, but the exhibitors can still stay till about 5. You know, for further interaction, before we call it the board. Now we need to come to the hall for the closing ceremony. for the closing ceremony. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, distinguished participants. We sincerely appreciate your patience, your time. It's been 3 days of amazing engagement, 3 days of your attention, 3 days of dishing value, 3 days of interaction, of networking. So I'd like for all of our exhibitors, let's come into the spot. Let's come into this hall for the closing ceremony. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing time. And just in case you lost your notepad, there's a notepad with me here. If this is yours, kindly see me after the closing ceremony. There's a lost and found notepad. Please see me after the ceremony if this belongs to you. Just to confirm, do we have a representative of Zenith Bank? I know Mr. Lafenwa was here to speak on behalf of the bank, but they were supposed to get their plaque for sponsorship. They're one of the sponsors at this event, so we'd like to present the sponsorship plaque to Zenith Bank. If the rep is here, it would be nice. If not, maybe Dr. Shegun Alabi would receive on behalf of Zenith Bank at this point. And also to confirm if Jubaili Bros has a rep here. Jubaili Bros was also one of the sponsors who was supposed to receive a token of appreciation, but we didn't have their rep on day one. So we will do that, hopefully. But first, we have quite a number of certificates to issue. So I'll just invite the president, the rep of the DG RMRDC, the honorary treasurer to present to some of the recipients. So we'll be very fast about that. So to start, I'd like to invite the president to kindly please step forward. Please let's put our hands together for the president of MAN, Mr. Francis Meshoye, OFR. And the next person to receive certificates of participation, I'd like to invite FAE Limited. FAE Limited, exhibitor. All right, this is FAE. Thank you so much, Elgas. We sincerely appreciate it. FAE Limited, thank you so much. Lagos Smart Network Limited. Lagos Smart, thank you so much for participating at this exhibition. We appreciate you. Lagos Smart. Then Simba Group, get ready. Simba Group. Simba Group, please get ready. You're receiving after Lagos Smart. Simba Group. Simba Group. And I'd like for Night Tech Limited, Night Tech Limited to also join us. Night Tech Limited, Simba Group, Night Tech Limited. If you're an exhibitor and you are not here, please find your way down here. After Night Tech, let's have Secure ID Limited. Secure ID Limited. After Secure ID Limited, let's have Kewaram Shanra Group. Simba Group, please come forward, Simba Group. Secure ID Limited. After Simba Group, we'll have Secure ID. After Secure ID, we'll have Night Tech Limited. Night Tech Limited. So thank you so much. I guess NIFES is not available and Propac West Africa. Please let's put your hands together for the Honorary Treasurer of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. It's indeed been an exciting 3-day at the Balmoral Federal Palace Hotel. Okay, so supposed to have the Director General of MAN come, but before he does that, it would be nice to hear from NISPRI. And NISPRI said there's an important information they want to leave us with before we leave this room. And it would be nice to hear that since we have the opportunity of gathering in this hall. And while I'm waiting for NISPRI, it's also important to share with you that another exhibition organized by the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria is coming up October 14 to 16. And the beauty about this is that we are speaking to products made in Nigeria. So if you manufacture goods and all is manufactured in Nigeria, please feel free to sign up with Dr. Alabi. Mr. Joseph Emoleke, where are you? Mr. Joseph, okay, please could you stand up for recognition? Please see him if you want to exhibit at the Made in Nigeria Expo. So, NISPRI, over to you. Properly. And when it comes, you'll be doing something very significant. This last certificate goes to an institution that I'm very proud of. It's one who is very proud to talk about this institution. But there is the University of First Choice, DG, and that's the University of Lagos. So you'll be presenting this to the University of First Choice. Can we have the Lagos State Unilag Innovation Hub? Please come and receive this from the DG. Please put your hands together for them. Unilag, the only institution who participated at this expo. DG, I'm sure you're proud to present this to Unilag.
Of course, I'm proud. I thought you were going to say Ahmadu Bello University is area.
Speakers, our moderators, our panelists, you're fantastic, amazing, God bless you. So on that note, let's kindly be on our feet to observe the national anthem. After the national anthem, all members of the local organizing committee will come forward to have a group photograph before you go. So the national anthem, please.